Hello everyone, Fuzens here, and welcome back to Fuzens Block Story Adventures. Today we're going to be taking a look at another world, which once again I forgot the name of the artist. But this is the Lighthouse of Alexandria. So we're going to float on up. First let's talk about the first floor and what I think of it. Looking down here, it seems that there are some random shapes on the upper level where my crosshair is, on both sides. But not on the interior places. You know, it's just kind of one of those, you know, what factors. They don't look bad, but for someone like me, they look a little out of place. But that's okay. These pieces in the corner here, these pillars, they kind of bloom out. They're kind of nice to look at, but I don't think they fit with Greek architecture. I'm not an architect and I'm not a Greek historian, but I don't know. But I'm still, these criticisms, they're not really relevant. They just look nice, and I'm just thinking of things that will give you an idea of, make you look at more things in the world, basically. That's what I'm trying to do. This fountain in the middle looks very nice. But one other thing I have to mention is the lack of a stairwell or anything to get up there. However, this is a creative mode server, so we can't fly, meaning this whole build was in creative. Or someone set it to creative before putting it on public so people could get up here. But if that were true, then there would be walkways up. Here's the next level. On the outside you see 4 towers, most likely looking out for ships that are coming. And here you see a pool, and on the inside of this you see sand, which is blue. Yeah, it's blue sand, but is it like colored? Yeah, it's colored sand. But it fits really well with the pool in the center, and it gives you a nice contrast between the blues down here and the stone that's up here on these where my crosshairs is. It gives you a sense you're coming out of a pool. So that's really nice. Another thing to look at is the sides of the building and this rigid form around the outside. This looks really nice. Right down here are several stacks of windows. And I'm sorry if my FPS is tanking and it's all, you know, pixelated, excuse me. It's on both sides, so I'm guessing if I look through here, I'll see it on the other. These are nicely lined up. Some people, when they're making these, make the mistake of making one oblong. So that's really nice. And now, before we get to the top of the lighthouse, here's the last room up here. Relatively simple window design. You could have put some glass through here, or maybe like or maybe more of that clear black block right here as window pieces. That would look really cool. There's not really much to talk about there. Now right up here is the actual lighthouse itself. I like how the roof is made of this semi-translucent material, so that you can actually see in there and see the yellow blocks. One other small bit of criticism I can give is that this isn't sitting over an ocean, although that is a little bit irrelevant. You can see the sky itself and the islands up there. Overall, I like the concept of this. It was deployed rather effectively. But I mean, there could have been more things built around it and making this the centerpiece. Maybe a small seaside town could have been added. Maybe with fishing ships in the harbor. You know, maybe make it seem like this is a place that major ships would stop for cargo before they would continue on their journey. That's just me thinking out loud, though. It's not really needed, but it would add on to the impression that I'm near a lighthouse. I'm near a place where a lighthouse would be in the ancient world. I mean, I understand also that block story limits you, but something I wish they could add to block story would be fires, where maybe you would have a fire up here that would be more befitting to an ancient style build. Overall though, even though I hand out these criticisms, I really like it. I'll reiterate that. I mean, the flooring was done really well. There's a change in color in between the floors almost all the way up. Actually, all the way up down here. You see the darker colored stone, the lighter colored, the darker, and again the lighter. It's a very nice pattern that he followed, and it kept up the consistency. And the white stands out from the brown on the outer remnants of the wall. I like it. The lighthouse itself as a building is worth checking out for yourself. I mean, you could probably add more onto this if you wanted to download this world and play around with it a little bit. But for what it is, it's nice. And whoever did it should be very proud of themselves. I'll give this world an 8 out of 10. It is an above average world, well worth you checking out. If you really like ancient architecture, which I mean, even out here, there's something else I missed. And you look at this outer design, including the darker colored stones that are lined up with the lighter colored. And it appears that the thing changes as you go along the walls. And over on this side is another design, which now that I'm out here, the shapes on the outer wall out here make more sense. But if you're going to do it on the outside, did he do it on the inside too? No, he didn't. If he had done it on both sides, this would have stood out and made more sense to me when I first went through. But with that, that's pretty much all I have to say. The only other question I do have for the maker is, why is this here, these trees? Were you trying for an indoor tree garden of some kind? I'm sorry, it just kind of stands out from the rest of the building. So anyway, I'd like to thank you all very, very much for watching. There will be a link for the world and blocks and the place where you can buy Block Story in the description below. And there will also be links to my Facebook and my Twitter. Subscribe if you like my videos. I try to pump out at least one video every day, so you never are sitting and waiting idle for my videos to come out. And yeah. So, hope to see you all next time. This is Fuzens. Once again, thanks for watching, and see you next time.